Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, this is another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. Your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with my brother Dre.
Yo, what's good people?
We have Kesey missing in action. I'm not gonna go in on Kesey.
You went in on me.
He tried to make it. You dissed this for a Bucks game. He tried to make it. He couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the effort. Shout out to Kesey. Man.
So Kesey gets a shout out and I get dogged.
You left us for a Bucks game at the last minute.
It was like 2 hours before.
But it was last minute though.
But y'all knew I was going.
Hey, y'all, I'm not coming going to the Bucks game.
Bro, these were great seats. If I had
But have you sat there before? Have you sat there before? I don't know. Have you sat there before?
All I want to say is, America, if I had 3 tickets, they would have canceled that whole show.
I wouldn't have. I've been right here with y'all because I'm dedicated.
You would have canceled the show.
No, I wouldn't have.
No,
I would have been here. I would have been here.
You would have been like, can we record later?
It would just been me and Tom in here talking because I'd be like, all right, cool. I guess it's just me in here.
What made you think I was going to be here?
Wow.
If he had 3 tickets and you didn't take it, he was going to call me.
Like,
and you
yeah, he would have took
I
it.
would have took him.
Listen, let me tell you something. I had Tone almost ready to call in work one day because I had Knicks tickets. I said, bruh, I got Knicks tickets. You want to go? I know how much you like the Knicks. He said, man, let me see if I can get somebody to sub me in the rest of these shows. Listen, man, it's okay to neglect your fun responsibilities. Listen, America, I did not neglect my friends. If I had 4 tickets.
I don't know what's worse, when you left me with the shooting or that. I don't know.
Well, you need to get over both.
Okay. Apparently, I have
bullets ain't got no names on them.
Wow. Wow.
And since I did, won't you tell America how many free games I've taken you to?
First of all, let's not go there. Let's not act like you wasn't getting the tickets for free. Okay.
But did you go though?
I went. Yeah, I went.
Did you go as my guest?
What they have to do anything?
Did you go as my guest?
What does that have to do anything?
I
went as the guest, as the person.
Enough is never enough.
I went as the guest of the person who gave you the tickets.
Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough. But that's okay. Go ahead.
Anyways,
what up, Keith?
So we are.
Oh, he's not here.
So we are getting down to the get down, and we have the Western Conference team that will be in the NBA Finals. So congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. I was not the. I just want to put this out here. You always kick to say, I'm not a Golden State Warrior fan.
I'm saying, like, my team's not in it. Oh, so you gonna take it back?
But I know where this is gonna go.
My team's not in it, so why not cheer for a team that's left if you like their star player? I am a Stephen Curry fan. Everyone knows that. I'm rocking my Bucks hat still. And who else am I gonna cheer? Clearly not Miami.
Let me tell you something. I've never
clearly not Boston. They eliminated us.
I've never felt so. I want either one of those teams. I don't care who it is,
bruh. I'm dapping you because I'm agreeing. I've never felt, and maybe we're spoiled.
No. You let me finish.
Oh God. Well, let me take my dad back.
Take it back.
Let's take it back.
I want the East. I'm so conflicted because I want Boston, Miami. I don't care who it is, as long as y'all beat Golden State. I am so conflicted. I had to really sit down and think about this. And I was like, you know what? Bump that. Golden State has to go down.
Is that because of me?
It's partially because of you.
Why? I'm not a Golden State fan.
I'm gonna tell you who it is.
Go ahead.
It's Draymond Green.
Okay.
It's Steph Curry.
Not a Draymond. How can you not like Steph?
And then it's you.
You know he doesn't like the fact that Steph is not a point guard.
Besides that,
you
know what?
That initially holds weight right away.
That wasn't even it.
For those who did not hear me, and at this moment in time, you will not see me on camera either.
We're trying to teach him to come to the mic.
This young man. Irony is, I tell everybody talking to the mic. This young man over here in the New York Yankees hat, who probably has never watched a game of baseball in his life, specifically the Yankees. He only has the hat because he's not a National League fan. Actually does not like the fact that Mr. Curry is a point guard who acts like a shooting guard, and claims that the only reason why he is not a shooting guard because he's under 6'1".
Yeah, that's true.
So he has this internal hate that he won't publicly admit, and I think he needs to get therapy for it.
Why?
Literally. You treat Steph like you treat LeBron.
No,
you
I'm
treat
not.
him
No,
like trash.
no. Nobody is not gonna get this slander. That's first of all. Second of all, the reason I'm not the biggest fan of Steph this year.
This year,
bro,
you was like this last year.
No, this year in particular, he a little arrogant. He a little cocky. He a little.
What is he? What has he done? What has he done that makes him be considered cocky?
He throwing up. I'm putting people to sleep. He's a little.
Is he backing up what he's saying though?
That's not the point,
bruh. John Morant does whole dances on players' logos.
Morant is what 20 something.
Don't matter.
Steph Curry, act your age.
So
you're a veteran.
Here's what I was.
You've been here before.
Here's what I was going to say before Zeke got on his rant about Steph. Admittedly, as a basketball fan, I think as Bucks fans, well, let me speak for myself. As a Milwaukee Bucks fan, I've been a little spoiled because now that, and I'm being so honest, since the Bucks have been eliminated, my buy-in to NBA is not as enthusiastic anymore.
I agree with you.
Listen, hear me out.
I don't think I've watched the game since.
I've not watched the game since the Bucks lost. I'm not lying. No lies told. I have not watched. I'm gonna watch the game tonight because it's game Sunday.
Like we do a sports podcast.
But you can listen. You can podcast on.
You
sit there. I ain't watched the game.
You can go watch the recap. You can watch other people's shows. You can keep tabs on the NBA.com. You don't have to watch the game.
Our group chats are like a podcast all week. Well, so we're keeping each other up, and I do listen to and watch Bleacher Report, and I listen to the radio, but I am a little disconnected because our team has lost. So I think we're spoiled.
With that being said, I too
have not watched the game.
I've been watching Sports Center like
what it is, and I think what's happening is this is something new to Milwaukee as a whole. We are in the after effects of being winners.
Yeah.
When you are a winner or you're a winning team and you're always winning, you know that there's going to be those moments where your team will lose and you have to just grieve a little bit, get over it, and be prepared. We haven't had this experience in 50 years. So now that we're good and we just lost to circumstances, we're mourning right now. We don't care about it. We're trying to find something else on TV to do. We don't even care about any Wisconsin sport at the moment. I was even intrigued. Says, you know what? I'm going to turn on this USFL, whatever this is. I couldn't even do that.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
And it's honestly because we just had we had a great season with a really good follow-up season, and we just don't know what to do.
I will say that y'all both of you guys are right, because once I really thought I was sitting there thinking about it. I think like last week sometime, I was like, dude, because I didn't go to the finals last year. I was outside. So I was like, oh, we'll be here next year. I'm not tripping. We'll be here next year. Right. Come to find out, we're not here. Like, it's never guaranteed. I think this is what that year has really showed us.
Shook a lot of stuff up.
It did.
One, we know we are now contenders.
That's true.
Okay. And when it's all said and done, we will always be in the top 3 in the East as long as we take care of our players. Number 2, we cannot sit here and say anything bad about Middleton anymore because we missed him that last series.
Sure did.
We missed him. If we had a healthy Middleton, we may be sitting here playing Miami.
No F about it. I believe Chris Middleton would have been a game changer to the series. Although we got blew out that last game.
That last game I don't count because at that point in time I felt like everybody was tired. We're done.
Game 6 did it for me.
Yeah, when we should have won that game 6, even when we were tired then.
Yeah, we should have.
We should have won it. And at that point in time, I think everybody was mentally drained. We were done. And at that moment in time, we were just playing so Giannis can get his special stat.
And it was special. Shout out to Giannis. First player in 4 years consecutively to make the NBA All First Team. So shout out.
Oh, that's the second stat. Didn't he get a special one where he was like 1,000 points, 200.
It was like 250 point. He averaged.
No, it was 2,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 500.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was a crazy.
It was
First
crazy.
person ever to
Yeah.
do that.
It was crazy. So it just solidified him as another star. But I'll be honest with you. Of course, I'm gonna watch the finals because the NBA is my preferred sport, and this will be the final basketball until October. But it was I did not watch. I think I watched a little bit of game 3 of Dallas and Golden State, and I couldn't even get into that. I couldn't even get into it. I had to stop. I started watching reruns of Power. No lie.
Is that the one where
No
Luka
lie.
dropped 40 and they still lost?
That's the one
yeah.
that they got destroyed.
Yeah.
That's the one they should have won. They didn't.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'm gonna move on real quick because I don't know. It's just that once you're right, Middleton situation. I just want to ask you a quick question though.
Sure.
Let's say Giannis would have got hurt and Middleton didn't. Do you think we would still have lost?
We still would have lost.
Really?
I think we would have lost
They both are key.
against Boston. Yes, because Boston at that point had built themselves to be the team to beat. Boston is still the team to beat in the East.
Yep.
Granted, Miami's on their home court tonight, so they have a slight bonus. But going into the Bucks series, now that it's over, I can acknowledge to say, wow, Boston was the team to beat.
Yeah.
You know, the game, the first game that we watched, I think Kesey and I were a little overzealous, and I can admit to that because we saw the Bucks blow them out, and we're like, man, the Bucks blew them cats out. This should be easy, quick work. And a lot of people in America were agreeing, like Bucks in 5, Bucks in 6. And then when we watched game 2, where we got blew out, then game 3 that we stole.
They're having the same kind of series versus Miami that they had with us.
I said it before.
Actually, they're beating Miami way worse than they beat us.
I said it before.
Way
Whoever
worse.
won the Bucks in Boston series were going to be in the finals.
He said that.
Okay.
You
Not
said it
me.
too.
I did not.
Right.
And the reason why
I
I said that was because
No,
I
you
knew.
said win the title is what you said. I said.
You
You said whoever win. You said that Dre said whoever win between the Bucks and Boston would win the title.
No, I said that.
He said that.
Do you want me to pull the tape?
Did I say win title?
Do you want me to pull it?
Pull the tape.
He said the East. I said the title.
Yeah.
I did say the title.
Pull it up.
And that's why, as much
Pull
as
up.
Golden State is there, I'm still going to stand behind Boston.
You said nothing but a word.
Pull it up.
That's my prediction.
And,
But
and your prediction is not wrong.
it's not wrong because the level
It's
of
not.
defense and the level of explosiveness Boston can give you at any given moment is the reason why I kind of have them over one game over Golden State.
Who?
Boston. So you think Boston's gonna pull it out tonight?
Boston can Boston can win on the road.
Who gets home court? Is it Golden State Auto?
No, because they third.
They third. Boston gets it.
Yeah, they number 2.
But no, it goes by higher seed in conference though.
Yeah,
Right.
They number
Boston
2.
is number 2.
Golden State number 3. They
Now,
shouldn't be
if
here.
it's Miami,
I'm
because they're
pretty
both
sure
3
it starts
3.
in Golden State.
No, it doesn't.
If it's
let's
Miami,
wanna
it's
bet on
3
it?
and 3. Whoever had the better record
Yeah.
between the
You
two.
try to be 2-0. You try to get.
Do you
try
want
to
to?
get
Hey,
2-1?
do you want to run it back?
But
Go ahead.
it's Boston. I'm sorry. I don't
No,
like the fact.
Golden State is at home because it says here to be determined game 1 at Golden State. Do you want to bet?
It's cool. Look, either way it goes, I'm only watching it because it's the finals.
That's true.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, but to Zeke's point, I think the question that's your
Just-
question.
Go ahead.
That's your question. Chris Middleton is no Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
The Boston Celtics are clearly not the Atlanta Hawks. Going back to where Chris carried us against the Hawks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think Middleton could have did it without Giannis.
He could have did it without Giannis because Giannis is that immediate threat you have to respect no matter what.
And I think this also showed us tone as Bucks fans, and shout out to Zeke for standing behind Boston. Is Giannis as great as he is, he needs Middleton to be greater.
You always need that 1-2 punch.
You do.
If you take away the left, your right can only do so much.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it goes with them too. You need Giannis, who is all over the floor doing everything, disrupting whatever strategy that the other team has, and then you need Middleton to be the person who is the one who's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, because you can take out Giannis to sit him out like 5 minutes or even 10 minutes and let Middleton stay in that 10 minutes and kind of go to work and at least keep us in the game and vice versa, whatever.
We have to remember, and I think we've made this mistake before. Although Golden State was in fourth or third, they still had a better record than Miami and Boston.
It goes down to the team with the best
record. So Golden State will see games 1, 2, 5, and 7 at home.
All right. Are you too excited? See, that's what I'm talking about.
Why? Because I'm giving you stats?
No, because you're too excited.
Listen, at the end of the day, the Golden State Warriors will win another title. They'll win their 4th championship in 6
crazy?
years.
I gotta say Celtics.
You want to bet on that one?
I'll
take that bet.
I gotta say Celtics.
I'll take that bet.
I'm taking my Boston or Celtics in 7. No, I'm not betting you. I just told you what I want to see. I want to see your face, Steph Curry face. I want to see Draymond's face drop to the ground.
I mean,
that's cool.
At the end of the day, if you look at statistically, you're not wrong for going with Golden State. 6 out of 8 years.
The only team I had beating Golden State were the Milwaukee Bucks, and I had them doing it in 7. I had the Bucks and the Warriors in the finals, and I had the Bucks in 7.
I think Boston can pull it out.
Well,
I think if Boston pulls it out and they beat Golden State, it will solidify them as a team that's now commanding your respect.
Well, Boston has my respect. They beat my team. I mean, they beat my team. Granted, a team that we didn't have a lot, but Boston. Here's why: because if you listen to older episodes, man, we rolled Boston.
We did.
All of us.
Boston.
We dogged their coach. We dogged Brad Stevenson for having a bad season and getting promoted. Mm-hmm. We said trade Jaylen Brown because him and Jason Tatum can't figure out who Batman and Robin is. I can admit that. I own that. But we all were all over Boston. And we happened to be so caught up in our Bucks that nobody paid attention to the Celtics during the second half of the season.
I mean, as much as we quote unquote dogged out Boston Celtics, we weren't the only ones. That's number one. Number two, their record going into the All-Star break was horrible.
It was atrocious.
And then after the All-Star break is that when they started even take off. But we gave them their props when they were taking off. So
and that's why them winning the championship this year would be that official Cinderella story. You started off with
you're right.
You started off with a terrible record, but somewhere by All-Star break, y'all sat down and there will be a TV show based on the Boston Celtics 2022 season because something happened.
I started the Lakers show too. I started,
and it's wild, ain't it?
I'm one episode in, and I gotta find time to watch the rest.
Right, because it's a wild show. Man, but there will be one about this. Something happened the beginning of this season that had to get shaken up in the back office for them to turn around. I don't know if it was egos. I don't know if it was money issue. I don't know if somebody had got a bad batch of Philadelphia weed. I don't know. Something was going on in Boston that they needed to fix, and they did.
So you have. Today is Sunday, the 29th of May.
Still May.
So you have Boston over Miami tonight in Game 7.
I've always had Boston over Miami.
I'm gonna stick with my original.
You got Boston?
I have Miami. I had Miami in 7.
Yeah, Miami in 7.
I had Miami a slight edge over Boston just because the coaching and Boston's giving them too many chances.
Yeah.
And Boston should have won in Boston in Game 6.
I think they enjoying beating people on their courts.
I think they just be lacking. It has a lot to do with them being young. I'm like, dude, take them out. Like, just get rid of them. Like, I will say this about Golden State. Like, Golden State has been here before, and they're playing like they've been here before. Like,
true.
Okay, we finna just get rid of y'all. Not even finna play games. Not even finna give you an opportunity.
Gentlemen, sweet.
Yeah, so even when like Game 3, when Golden State and Dallas played, that was a great opportunity for Dallas to like take control of the series, and they missed the opportunity. So therefore, Golden State was like, all right, let's put them out of their misery. Now they didn't do it in 4, which I'm just glad that didn't happen, but they did a gentleman's sweep. They did a quick, all right, let's get them out of here. And besides the fact that Golden State shouldn't even be here,
I think what's gonna happen is. Tonight, Boston is going to take it serious because they haven't been back to the finals in a long time either.
Long time.
Okay. So I think they're going to take tonight serious. They're going to be focused. They're going to be on point. They're going to go in there. They're going to close it out. I think they're going to get smashed the first game against Golden State. I think they're gonna go in there thinking what they've been doing on this side of the line. They're gonna get away with it over there on the other side of Mississippi, and that's gonna shake them up.
Only reason I don't want to see Boston necessarily go against Golden State is because I feel like Golden State can do what they've been doing in the Western Conference, which is pretty much run people ragged.
I don't think they can do that with
Steph
Boston.
Curry running around and going behind screens and all that kind of crap. I don't think they can do that versus Miami. But Miami doesn't have enough firepower to keep up with Golden State. So that's why I'm just kind of like in between.
That's why I think if Boston makes it, the first game they're gonna get squashed because they're gonna try to go tit for tat.
It might have some. I don't think nobody can hold Jason Tatum. Like Wiggins not gonna get it done versus Jason Tatum.
We are talking about a team that nearly swept the Dallas Mavericks when Luka averaged.
First of all,
no, let's not try to change it now. Let's not try to change it now.
Let him get up.
Because you were just like Luka's averaging 40.
Yeah.
I don't care if you can average 60. If you can't make them to W, you can average 0.
Listen, and you're helping me prove my point.
So
the Golden State Warriors will beat whoever they play in 5 or 6. I believe in 5 or 6. I said it about Dallas. Did I not?
He did say it about Dallas.
I said it about Dallas.
He said he liked Luka.
I said it about Memphis.
He ain't gonna get it done.
I said it about Memphis, but they're not going to get it done. You can't tell me everyone around this table called the Phoenix Suns the best team, the team to beat. We don't believe that Golden State can beat Phoenix. We don't believe anybody can beat Phoenix. Is Phoenix a better team than Boston?
What do you mean? Like on paper?
Are they a better team than Boston? Take away
paper.
that Game 7 debacle. Are they a better team than Boston?
You can't answer that question because on paper, yes. Phoenix Suns are a better team than Boston. On paper.
Like Brooklyn were a better team than the Bucks. On paper. But we still won. So my point,
Brooklyn ain't got heart though.
Brooklyn is terrible. I mean, did you hear what KG just said? And I know we're getting way off topic, but he's not willing to commit to Brooklyn. Kyrie is traded in a signing trade.
That's the only reason he came.
So he wants out too. So now we're going to know Brooklyn again and some scrubs. But anyway, whoever the Golden State Warriors play, I believe they'll win it in 6. I don't think the East has the firepower to beat Golden State. To your point, the last time the Boston Celtics were in the finals were 2010. And we're talking Jason Tatum is a star. A superstar in the making, I believe. Is Boston healthy enough to compete with Golden State?
That's going to play a factor.
Everybody on Golden State is healthy. Marcus Smart is sitting out every other game. Robert Williams is sitting out every other game. If you look at the track record of the playoffs right now. So Boston is going to need fully strength firepower to run at Golden State. Miami, Kyle Lowry, does he even still play? I mean, when he's in, he's flopping, not scoring. Jimmy Butler shows up occasionally.
He showed every other.
Occasionally. Bam Adebayo, he might own the middle, right? But he ain't just going to baby Draymond. So here's what I'm saying here. I want a competitive finals. I really, truly do. I wish the Bucks were in it. I still think Boston will edge Miami.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, how do I say this? Golden State would have a tougher time against Boston than they would Miami.
Probably.
They have a tougher time against Boston
Miami
than they would Miami.
I'll say this, what I'll say about Golden State since you said all that. Golden State has played a bunch of handicap teams. We talked about this last week.
See, but we can't do that because y'all got.
That's what happened. What you mean we can't do that?
We didn't do that to the Bucks.
There's no if. There's no if. What you mean they didn't do that to the Bucks? I said the Bucks was gonna lose only because Chris Middleton wasn't there. I said
I'm talking about last year.
What do you mean last? What they got to do anything?
Exactly. Lakers were handicapped.
Yes.
Brooklyn were handicapped.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So let's not say that.
We said that last year. We were happy it happened. When Kyrie went down, we was like,
we not complaining, bro.
We like, thank you, Jesus.
Like
when these people went down, we like, thank you, Jesus.
Like
we ain't got to face this.
We were like Drake cheering.
Yeah.
We was cool with it. I'm not complaining.
Exactly.
So I don't think nobody in Milwaukee was complaining.
Yeah. So when I talk about like Golden State, Denver, handicap, Memphis, handicap, Dallas wasn't even supposed to be there. We know why Dallas wasn't supposed to be there. Now, as far as go. You know who we really should be mad at besides the Bucks? It's Phoenix. Phoenix had no reason not to lose.
Y'all had all the faith in
no
Phoenix,
reason not to lose. Now, as far as what I said about Dallas,
when you look at the lineup, you look at the year Phoenix were having, you look at the roster, you look at everything. Phoenix was supposed to. This was supposed to be their redemption year.
It's supposed to be Phoenix and Golden State in the Eastern Conference.
It's supposed to be their redemption year.
Golden State was supposed to get put up by Memphis.
If everything went the way it was supposed to, we were supposed to get a repeat of last year's finals.
Oh yeah, last year NBA Finals. Who did Phoenix beat for the Western Conference?
It was supposed
last year?
Yeah.
It wasn't Golden State because Golden State didn't make it.
Yeah,
it wasn't Golden State.
Golden State didn't make it. So I just want to bring you all back here. Steph Curry on his exit interview last year when they lost in the bubble.
Right.
Steph Curry said, and I quote, we've been through a lot of adversity this year.
Here we go.
Yada, yada, yada. But you don't want to see us next year. And he had a look on his face.
Clippers.
He had a look without Kawhi. He had a look on his face.
For CP. That's why.
He had a look on his face, and he said, you don't want to see us next year. Then crack a smile. And here we are. Next year.
We are for what?
Steph Curry has won the Irvin Magic Johnson Western Conference MVP. And he's about to win.
Why is his whole government name on there?
And he's about to win. And he's about to win his first NBA Finals MVP.
I'm not arguing with you, but
I want to move on.
I got to ride with Boston because I've been calling it. So if I'm right, I want to be able to stand there proudly and said, I called this.
Can we bet for a free July?
No. I got bills to pay. I'm not like this dude. I'm not stupid. Hell. It's the summertime.
Lucky.
Half my roster taking a break. That's a pay cut. I can't be wasting money here, man.
Inflation, right? All my money going to gas.
Dude, I need that for gas alone.
All
right. Well, moving on. This week the NBA I want to say all NBA teams were announced this week. The NBA first team, the NBA second team, NBA third team. The NBA first team consists of.
Before you announce the teams, just for you all know how this works, if players are announced to these teams, their contracts have incentives. They get bonuses. They get money, not just bragging rights, but these are financial-based incentives for these different award teams. So
I was going to get into that. But the NBA first team, consists of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic.
Yep.
Nikola.
Joker.
Just
call him Joker.
And Jason Tatum.
Okay.
The second team is Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, KD, Joel Embiid, and John Morant.
Yep.
The NBA third team is LeBron James, Chris Paul,
Siakam from Toronto. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cat and Trae Young. Do you have any disagreements or do you agree with this list or are you okay with this?
So you want to go just in general or just first, second, third team or how do you want us to attack it?
I want to attack it on let's say all together.
So I am
I don't want to say snubbed. Like if it's some people in there that you don't that you think should have got in there, you can say the snub or some people, hey, I think LeBron should have been first and blah blah blah.
So I'm going to say this. All first team I am okay with, but to me, Steph Curry replaces Devin Booker. Here's why. Steph Curry was in the MVP conversation all year.
How long was Steph Curry hurt this year?
Steph Curry was not hurt this year at all.
Yeah, he was.
Steph Curry, if he missed time, it was occasional time. Klay Thompson is the one that came back late.
I know, but
Steph Curry was not hurt. If that's the case, Booker was out some games because he was in protocol. So let's not get into that because that's probably why LeBron made third team. I am not happy to see LeBron on a third team. Let me start there. I'm not happy with that. First team, Giannis, lock. I can appreciate that. Booker, I would replace him with Steph Curry. Luka, I like it, but it could be argued that you would replace him with Morant. Because you look at it, they do what? Guards, forwards.
They do 2 guards,
2 guards, 2 forwards, and a
center.
center.
Yeah.
And so Jason Tatum, the season that he's had, it is hard to say he shouldn't be first team.
Jason Tatum?
Yes. It is hard to say he shouldn't be first team. Although, this is tough because when you think first team, you think the best, the top MVPs. You think second team, the second tier. You think third, the third tier.
I think it's based off the season that these people had.
Again, I would just switch out Booker with Steph. Steph would be my first team.
Booker would be your second.
Booker would be second, just based on looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
I am okay with this team, with the exception of Trae Young might not have been on this team.
For the third?
Cat might not be on this team.
I don't know why Cat get
you know what I'm saying? And LeBron on the third team, I have a problem with. But that's to say that LeBron had a better season than KD. He didn't. That's to say he had a better season than Morant. He didn't. And he didn't have a better season than anyone on the first team. So
real quick. You said LeBron James didn't have a better season than KD or John Morant?
No, because he didn't play as much as either of them, did he? LeBron was injured a lot this
That's
season.
what I'm saying. He was injured. He led the league in scoring, but because he missed the last month,
he couldn't
get it. So I'll let you finish, but for me, him being on third team, he lucky he got that.
So and I don't just and I don't necessarily disagree with that, but just the idea, and I've said this before, it's hard for LeBron fans to realize that he's getting older and that he's not the LeBron of old. But still at 37, 38 years old, making NBA first, second, third teams is impressive. So I'm okay with this list with the exception of I don't like that Trae's on it. I don't like that Cat's on it. And I would have replaced Booker with Steph Curry.
Interesting. Me, I'm cool with this. I don't think I'll take Jason Tatum. I'll put him on second.
Really?
Yeah.
For who?
And I'll put DeMar DeRozan up there.
On first.
I think that Jason Tatum had a better second half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that should take you out of a lot of, I'm gonna say a lot of awards, but kinda until it comes to the playoffs. For me, when you I see why, because like the first three candidates for MVP, they couldn't put all three on the NBA first team.
Well, they should have.
They couldn't because Joel Embiid plays center just like Joker does.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But when you look at second team, though, they didn't do positions on second team.
Yeah, they did.
Who's the forward?
DeMar DeRozan.
He's a forward?
He can play small forward.
I was gonna say, bro,
he can play small
but
forward.
I get it.
And then as far as like Steph goes, I'll put him on third and take off. I kind of agree with you with the Trae Young situation. I'll put Trae Young on third.
Let me say this: if Clay's not injured, Clay replaces Trae. Because remember, he didn't come back until like after Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think like Trae. Well, first of all, Klay Thompson, stop it.
Or Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, Donovan Mitchell, maybe. That's who. Maybe Donovan Mitchell. I just think that some of these guys that made this list,
Who would you have added then?
See, that's what I can't think of anybody I would have really added. Devin Booker, cool. Luka, cool.
What about Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Rudy Gobert?
No, neither one of them.
Seriously,
neither one of them.
Not over Trae Young. Not over Cat.
Okay, you know what?
Rudy Gobert was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year.
Check this out. Okay, so it's when it comes to centers, I want Rudy over Cat? To me, it's kind of hard. It's kind of in between it. Because with Cat, to me, he's not the best player on his team.
Right.
And they can win without him, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one, and I would be honest with you, I would want to put Anthony Edwards somewhere on this list, but I don't know where.
Who does he bump? I guess is what you're saying. Who does he bump?
Well, I'll tell you this then. Check this out. He bumps the guy from Toronto.
Siakam.
He bumps the guy.
A forward though.
So okay, I know.
Bump him.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards is a guard forward.
Okay.
He's a guard forward.
Okay.
So I would bump Siakam and put him on the third one.
Siakam.
And then Chris Paul, I'll leave there. As far as centers go, man.
Keith, can you hear us, bro?
No, we can't.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Did you just
good?
Time out.
What's good, brother?
Time out. We kind of
good.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm here now.
So wait a minute, Keith. Let me just check to make sure.
You don't have to make a grand entrance. Don't be like that, man.
I'm not like that. I'm just saying, like, if you know what, it's fine.
Hold on. So we can hear you. You're good.
It's just I was like, hey, Keith is not gonna be here. I appreciate him making an effort, but he couldn't make it, and that's it.
Oh, he's here now.
And I put in a little more effort to get here. So be happy.
Well, welcome. It's good to see you, brother. How you doing?
This is what happens when if you answer your phone and you communicated with us, I would be like, oh, Keith said join us later. That's what I would do.
But I told you, me and you had a discussion already.
I did, and I was like, all right, you cool, man.
And I told you, and I said what?
You said I'll try to make it if I can. I can't. You never called me back. It was past 4
I'm here.
o'clock. I assumed you couldn't make it.
I'm here.
So Keith, man.
Anyways.
Finish your thought.
So, anyways, he just threw me all off. So, Keith, so we talking about the NBA, the all NBA teams, and we talking about who would who would you replace? Who would you bump out? I mean, I'm sure you have the list. Yeah.
For the all NBA team, if I would bump out anybody, it's probably gonna be Booker.
Okay.
Who would you replace him?
Who would you replace him, or who would you move up?
Steph.
In your first team?
Yep.
First of all, Kesey.
I'm gonna remove Luka and put Durant up there.
Who?
Durant over Luka? Well, you can't do that. So remember, it has to be 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. So your guard is Steph Curry and
Luka.
So Luka is your guard on that first team. Giannis is the forward. Joker is the center, and Tatum is the forward. So you can only remove Giannis or Tatum for KD. And which one are you doing? If you putting KD on,
I gotta have KD over Tatum.
Hold on, he missed like 2 months this season.
He missed like a lot, bro. The fact that he made it at all was an assist.
And then on top of that, you over there sipping the Kool-Aid, talking about some Steph Curry. That what you doing? You over there drinking the Kool-Aid? Don't drink the Kool-Aid, my
he
brother.
called him point guard last week. What you saying?
Listen, man, you got to remember, man. Steph is gonna be a legend, dude. Devin Booker is nowhere near the caliber Steph has made it to yet.
We're talking about this season. Devin Booker was in MVP conversation.
But I'm just saying, though, even up to this season, Devin Booker had an okay season.
Devin Booker
had a good year.
Steph had a great year.
Steph had a good year.
MVP conversation.
At the bottom, 10.
No, he wasn't.
The top 5. Hold on. At the end of the year, top 5 MVPs in the conversation was Joker, Joel Embiid, Giannis, Booker, and Luka. Those were the 5. Where was Steph?
6?
Outside looking in.
He was on, but still, he's still okay. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Okay, so Keith, what about that? How do you feel about and me and Zeke were talking about this. LeBron being on the third team.
I said he lucky he got that.
I said I don't like it, but when you think about the forward positions on the first and second team, it's like you can't replace any of those forwards with LeBron. So you're gonna have to deal with it.
I would rather, but so is DeMar DeRozan considered a forward or is he considered a guard?
He's a forward guard.
So on this list, he's a forward.
On this list, he's a forward, but
then that should have been LeBron James' spot. DeRozan should have been third team.
So let me ask you,
LeBron James had a great offensive year.
Yeah, but his team
didn't.
This is all about offense. This is not about defense.
It's about all around.
This is all around.
I mean, to me, like when you talk about if you make an all NBA team, that means you have, I don't want to say took your team to another level, but you were in different categories. Like for instance, you talk about Devin Booker. Like Devin Booker was in the MVP conversation toward the end of the year and at the end of the year.
DeRozan was in it in the middle of the season.
DeRozan was in it. Like I think at some point in time, you can say at each, especially with the first team and the second team, all of these guys were in the MVP conversation at one point in the season or another. Right. Even Steph Curry, I will give it to him that he was in the MVP conversation at one point in time. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as this third team, I feel like they just had really good years. Like to me, Chris Paul didn't have the most amazing year stat-wise, but he got that title, especially for this newer generation of basketball fans, of point guard, is because he makes Phoenix better. And Phoenix were winning games with Chris Paul, yeah. Okay. Even with Chris when Devin Booker was out and Chris Paul was, at the helm, they were still winning with Chris Paul at the helm. So I think that's that's take consideration. To me, the person who was like, you made this list was Cat. Like I didn't understand why Cat made this list. I don't even think he's the best player on this team. So, that's my thing about that.
Yeah, Steph. So to recap, the NBA the NBA MVP awards, folks that got votes were Joker, Embiid, Giannis, Devin Booker, Luka, Jason Tatum, John Morant, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron, and KD.
So Steph Curry, like I said before,
he didn't get as many votes. I mean, it was a runaway. It wasn't close. I mean, Joker got 875 points.
Votes.
No, points.
Oh, yeah.
No, because you don't get that many votes.
Yeah, I know.
Points. Joel came in second with 706 points, and Giannis came in third with 595. The next closest was Devin Booker with 216, followed by Luka. So, and it still was a runaway. So I'll give you that. So everyone that's an MVP finalist are all on the NBA teams.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Well, moving on, Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns can now officially sign a 4-year, $211 million extension this summer because they made the All-NBA teams. Are both these guys worth it, or what do you guys think about that?
I'm not giving $50 million a year.
What about Booker?
But if you Minnesota, who else you gonna give it to?
I told you. No, that's I'll give you that. But no, when Minnesota, to me, because Minnesota's not a prime. What is it?
A
destination for free agents.
They're not a marquee team. So the fact that they made it to the playoffs, and like I said, Karl Anthony Towns is not the best player on this team. Anthony Edwards is. They can win without him. They've done it in the playoffs. So for me, I think that for Booker, you give it to him. No questions asked, no doubt about it. For Karl, think about it. But I also said this year, let's say Minnesota got Rudy Gobert at center. They'd be perfectly fine.
They're actually linking him to the Lakers too.
Who?
Rudy Gobert.
Well, they're linking everybody to the Lakers.
No, they're linking him for a trade with Anthony Davis.
That would be stupid. They're not gonna do that.
I don't know.
But Karl Anthony Towns, like if you take him off Minnesota, I don't think that it takes away much from them. They said he was hurt this year.
Cat's gonna be the highest paid player in the NBA.
No, he's not. Steph Curry is at 2-something.
Well,
Giannis is at 2-something.
Yeah, but
Chris Middleton is at 2-something.
But with this new contract, 4 years, 211, Cat will make almost $53 million.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, because you cheap. You real cheap when it comes to this stuff. Oh my God,
cheap.
you are so cheap.
I am frugal.
You are so cheap when it comes to stuff. I've never seen, like, if you was an owner, like real talk, you would be looking at every year. You'd be like,
I'd be like, Herb, go.
You'd be like, I mean, 200. That's 53 mil. Cat, I need 30 a game. Before, I need 30 a game, 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds? 20 rebounds. I need you to average 30 or 20 for you to give you 200 million for 4 years. That's how you be doing it.
America, I am not cheap. I just think that athletes are way overpaid. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Is Steph Curry overpaid?
Well overpaid. Athletes are overpaid. You got to remember, my day job is an educator. When teachers are underpaid.
What? What? What?
My day job is an educator. And teachers in traditional settings are well underpaid. Okay. Athletes, we love them. We appreciate them. They make the world great in terms of giving us something to watch. I think all athletes are overpaid.
I don't think that. I think
that's
that,
cool. We agree to disagree. I think they're overpaid. Now, granted, the owners, I'm not talking from a standpoint of owners making billions.
Yeah.
I'm talking from a standpoint that there is such a big emphasis on athletes in these sports, and they're making all this money while the people that work the hardest don't make anything. That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
And
in fact, not before you go in, that's why you think. Why do you think athletes always say so much that they're blessed and they give so much? Because they know they're being paid millions. They're making more in a year than some of us will make in our life to do what they love.
I mean,
to play a sport.
That's what I'm saying. That's the best, the blessed part.
Right.
But I will say, like me and you,
they make it more than some of us in a day, in a lifetime. You talking about a year? Some of them make like over $100,000 a year, a day.
I didn't know you were here.
All right, we didn't know you were here.
Even though you're here, there's a picture's off.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. No, I said that, Keith. I said they're making more in a lifetime than in a year than some of us will make in a lifetime.
And I
no, I'm agreeing with you.
I agree with you. I just feel like if all three of us, if we're not like if we start to, let's say we start to lose, not gain weight. Let's say we start to gain weight, we start to get slow. I didn't even know Drake could run until he left me at the Pfizer Forum. So you're getting all this money. You need
deliverance, man. You need a counselor just for your Dre moments.
I'm just saying,
Lord,
so,
Jesus.
Even if you're getting paid all these millions of dollars, but you have to watch what you eat. You have to take care of your body. You have to watch your image. Like it's so much stuff that comes with that, and so that's why I'm not like, man, these athletes getting paid too much money, because teachers, or at the example that you gave. A teacher get fat, he just get fat. A teacher, like if your student fail, your student just fail.
No, not for a good teacher.
Really?
Good teachers.
Really, Z? That's the analogy you're gonna use? Of all analogies, that's the one you're gonna use.
That's the one he used.
That's not the
out
one
of all
I used.
people.
Who?
You said teachers.
No, I said people like teachers are underpaid and they should be paid more.
Well, we all underpaid. We always think we underpaid.
Well,
except for
what I'm saying is, get my pockets, man. Dang, wait. What I'm saying
you
is,
open them.
What I
you said that fell out. My fault. That was 100. I'm tripping.
Never have I done that. So what I'm saying is, in your response to calling me cheap owning a team, I wouldn't mind. If I'm the owners, of course, owners are cheap. They don't want to pay those luxury taxes. I'm not saying that the players are overpaid from a standpoint like the owners are making billions off of them. The
Yeah.
TV deals, billions. I'm just saying, if you ask me, everybody in the NBA is overpaid. That's all I'm saying.
All right, good.
That's all I'm saying.
But I still would like to. I still speaking my statement. You cheat, and I would just honestly love to see you.
I am not cheating.
I would just see you. I would just like to see you sit down with an NBA salary. Be like,
Bro,
is this player worth it? No.
Bro,
Is this player worth it?
I manage
No.
budgets on my job.
I'm just saying, like,
cheap,
it's different.
Bro.
It's different when you see these athletes.
Nah.
Like I said, Cat would have to average 30 and 20 rebounds for you to give him 200
for 52 million. That's what he owes. That's the minimum I'm asking. What? Listen, the money that we pay, we've said this. The money, Kesey says it best. The money we play Chris Middleton, we should have a double every night.
Oh my God.
Every night.
Every night.
But so
If I'm Minnesota, I'm not.
Hold on, Keith. Cat, if I'm giving you 52, I want a triple double every night.
Listen,
I'm giving you
$52 million.
Line is up. Say that again, Keith.
That's just like hitting the lotto every year for the next 4 years. $52 million. Come on, Z.
52.75 to be exact.
Woo.
Lock that down.
Really? They don't have security.
Why y'all
No,
looking like
but
that?
anyways, but back to the topic though. We got Devin Booker and Carl Anthony Towns. They're up for 211 million extensions. Do you pay that? Are they worth it? I'll say, are they worth it?
No, not Cat. Booker, I'm gonna
Booker,
give it,
yes.
I'm gonna give it to Booker because Booker at Phoenix don't lock him in. I can see both of them testing free agency. More so Cat than Booker.
I see Booker more than Cat. I see Booker more than Cat.
Leaving Arizona
After they lost this year, he looking for a new scenery.
He was part of the problem.
I was
though.
saying he had 4 points.
I was gonna say
ain't like he had 40 and then anybody else score. He had 12.
$53 million for 4 points in game 7. Yeah. You better be glad I'm offering you this.
Back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying.
You could do a different analogy. You could be like, dude, Drake counting them coins. Make sure you get your work in for them coins.
Exactly. At the gym. Hey, y'all, the owner coming in. He coming to talk to us. So make sure y'all putting in the work. Okay. He don't play.
But if you have to pick out of the two, which one is you gonna take though?
I'm taking Devin Booker.
I'm taking Devin Booker all day.
Taking Devin Booker.
Carl Anthony Towns
Devin
to me, he's not even the best player on his team. Devin Booker by far is the best player on his team.
He's a bucket. He's fast. Phoenix can go build around them. People aren't going to Cat. People will go to Devin Booker.
I'm gonna get that.
People aren't going to Cat.
Before this year, I thought Cat was gonna be gone anyway. So I think
he will be.
I was just gonna say I can see him testing free agency, but if he wants the money, he'll stay in Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a nice up and coming team, so I think he'll stay. I just wanted to see what do you guys think as far as him being worth it. Now on the other side of that coin, as far as Phoenix goes, the rumor is DeAndre Ayton probably won't be re-signed with the Phoenix Suns.
Good.
He's out
of his mind.
So because he was supposed to. So he's part of this.
His mind.
So I didn't touch on it this year, but I wanted to. He's in the same class as Trae Young and Luka. So he's in that same class. So he was also due for a big check this summer, but he hasn't, made any of those incentives that they usually have when you make those all-team NBA teams or all-stars or whatever the case may be. So the word on the street is like he probably won't re-sign with Phoenix. They're probably gonna let him be a free agent this year. So far, the Hawks are interested.
He wants a max contract.
Yeah, he was expecting a max contract. He's very disappointed they didn't offer him a max. So we got the Hawks, the Pistons, the Portland Trail Blazers, Charlotte Hornets, and the San Antonio Spurs who are interested in him. Where do you see Ayton landing?
Let me just say this.
So let's be real. Ayton is good, but he ain't max contract good.
No,
nowhere near.
When I hear DeAndre Ayton, fam, this screams. What Kesey called him, the itty bitty point guard.
Oh,
this screams itty bitty point guard.
Why?
That turned on the Lakers deal.
What?
What's his name? Bucks were looking at him. I think he signed with Boston. Who did he sign with? Thank you, Dennis Schroeder. DeAndre Ayton's blatant want of a max contract screams.
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. When you talk about DeAndre Ayton, because I thought that was interesting. They didn't. Who? Because you got Devin Booker, you got Chris Paul. Isn't he the third best player on that team?
Who?
DeAndre Ayton.
Someone say it's Miles Bridges.
What do you
candidate
say?
for Defensive Player of the Year.
That's true. That's very true.
DeAndre Ayton, if you're gonna be a big man, you didn't even make the all-first team. That means there's at least, you didn't make the NBA team. That means there's at least 3 centers better than you, according to this roster.
Corey, you're right.
I'm just saying.
I will give you that.
I'll give you 5 that I'll take over Ayton right now. Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Over DeAndre Ayton. Listen, you're a guest here. Shh. No. He's a guest here. He can get in the comments. Was Rudy Gobert was he not a Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back?
That's true.
Was he not a top 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidate this year?
True.
Where did Ayton end up in on the defensive scheme? Because let's be honest, he's not on Phoenix for scoring. Listen, bro.
He can score though.
But he is an offensive liability. But the point is, no one has him for offense. You have him for defense.
That's true.
What do you do when teams start playing small ball and he can't guard a 5 who can shoot the 3?
Look, if you're gonna talk, bro.
Ayton, listen, man. Ayton is decent, but he's to Phoenix what Gobert is to Utah.
Useless. I didn't say.
I didn't say useless. We have another guest in the building. We're gonna let him get his sense in. But before you go, what other centers might I take over him?
I'll take Cat over.
I'll take Cat over him. I'm not a Cat fan, but I'll take him.
On his team.
Clearly, hold up. Clearly, Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Clearly, Joker.
Joker. Oh, Joel Embiid. Those are given. Then you said Rudy. Give me 2 more.
You can't say given. I just showed you Joker.
No, I said
Embiid,
those two are given.
Cat. I'll take Rudy Gobert because he's on defense. Who are you picking, Rudy or DeAndre Ayton?
I think you pick according to how your team plays basketball.
Who are you picking?
I'm not taking Rudy Gobert
over Ayton.
Over Ayton,
and then I also take. This is me. I'll take Bam. I'll take Bam over Ayton because Bam
center.
Bam can get you 30 and 15.
Stop it.
What?
20, 25. Now 30.
22 and 11.
22 and 11.
I like that.
22 and 11. Cool.
I'll give you that.
Can we trust Ayton to give us that?
Yes.
No, you cannot.
Not consistent.
Here's the thing about Ayton. Ayton is a top 3 draft pick. He's a top 3 draft pick, and he hasn't for his career. I don't think he's averaged 25 and 15. Ayton. So with that being said, because when you're drafting that top 5, we have high expectations for you. So because you haven't met these expectations, you're not going to get that supermax. So the fact that he thinks he deserves a supermax, because for me, Ayton is, well, first of all, he's soft. But besides being soft, he doesn't have a dominant presence at the center position.
So his stats for this past season, he averaged 17 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. Not bad.
17 to 10 is valid.
That's not a supermax.
That's not a supermax.
Okay, but given the situation,
but Rudy Gobert didn't average that, and he getting supermax.
Facts. That's a fact.
In Utah,
but he's averaging what? 10, 15 boards, maybe like 3 blocks a game.
And he's on defensive play. He's won it back-to-back, and he's considered yearly for defensive player.
The fact that Draymond Green is getting a supermax is Draymond.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So you said you would take Rudy Gobert over DeAndre Ayton. That's what we're discussing?
Yeah.
So you take Rudy Gobert over DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
Look at all right, so that defense that you say that you want is not getting Utah any fucking where.
We don't cuss on this show, man.
I'm sorry, but it's not getting Utah anywhere.
And Houston just lost, or I'm sorry, Phoenix almost lost by what, 90 against in Game 7.
But
what did they big man do?
Okay, but look at the situation. DeAndre Ayton is not there to be a star. That's what they went out and got Chris Paul for.
But he won't star money.
Chris Paul and Devin Booker are the stars of that team. Rudy Gobert is the co-star. He is supposed to be Donovan Mitchell's Robin, and he's not doing that.
Rudy averages 15 points, 15 rebounds a game. So
15 points and 15 rebounds. You
That
got to
was-
show to I'm asking.
That was
That's
this
max.
year.
That's max.
that's Rudy Gobert.
That's this
max.
year.
Yes. 21-22 season, 15.6,
How many blocks?
14.9.
How many blocks?
Blocks. Let's pull up the blocks. Blocks. Sorry, folks, we weren't prepared for this.
No, that's fine. But hey, why are you looking for that? I was going to say this.
He averages, according to this, 2.7 blocks, or
So
about 3
3
blocks a game.
Okay, so let me look at this. Look where he was drafted at.
Rudy,
Yeah, Rudy Gobert. So, like I said,
He was
okay,
drafted in
here's the even.
2013. I think he
13, he was
I think
drafted.
he went before Giannis. He might have went before Giannis
No.
Gobert was
Rudy?
drafted in 2013,
because Giannis went 13.
Yeah,
and he
So
was
Rudy might have went before.
he's
Giannis.
like second round.
Rudy's the first round pick.
Really?
He might have went before Giannis.
Okay, but
That draft
Aiden.
is terrible though, low key.
Aiden was a number 1 draft pick.
He was.
So for you to average 17 and 10, that's cool for your second year, maybe your third year. For your fourth year, I want all-star. And what before Chris Paul got there, that was supposed to be Devin Booker and Aiden team. That was supposed to be their team. Now because they couldn't make it work, they was like, all right, Chris Paul.
Right,
we'll
they
bring
went
him.
and got the missing piece, which was Chris Paul.
And
So-
Rudy was drafted in the first round, number 27.
Okay, so he
Okay,
didn't
well,
go.
all right. So with
But
that
you gotta
being said,
remember, Zeke, you got to remember that it's not enough balls for him to get 22 points a game. I mean, Devin Booker putting up a lot of shots, Bridges putting up shots, Paul is putting up shots,
stop it, Keezy.
Cam Johnson putting up shots.
Right.
How many shots you think is left?
If I know you can put that ball in that hoop on a consecutive basis, I'm going to get you the ball.
And my thing is,
But you
And then
got,
on
the
top of
ball
that,
go to Devin Booker first.
Chris Paul ain't got to score. Chris Paul don't even want to score that much. He knows I'm trying to get these young guys the ball so they can do what they do. Now, I will say this. Chris Paul was the one that was like, hey, we need to keep this guy as far as DeAndre Ayton. We need to keep him. He's a major contributor to this team. It's DeAndre who's the guy who wants, I want max. I want higher accolades and stuff like that. Like, my guy, you ain't doing nothing.
I'm not
You're just-
disagreeing with you. Aiton's a great role player on a team, but I'm saying for max money, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give Rudy max money, but I would take him over Ayton because he's more consistent than Ayton. I've seen games where Rudy, they'll lose, but Rudy's still blocking shots. Rudy's still grabbing boards. I'll see Ayton score 8 and 6 as a big. Giannis shut Ayton down last year. Giannis shut him down.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have a dominant presence in the paint.
We also in a league where if you don't pay me, somebody else will.
That's true.
I don't disagree with that.
So whether he stays in Phoenix or not,
he's not gonna get 130 million, bro.
Houston to give him 130 million.
I'll
Because
tell you.
who they got?
Ooh.
Who they have?
So let me ask you this though: do you think Ayton Zeke is the type of player to leave a winning team? Because Phoenix is a winning team.
Mm-hmm.
To go to some of these.
Well, you're asking. Well, this is what happened. Earlier in the year.
He's nice in Portland.
Yeah,
he's nice in Portland.
What happened this year was Rudy, like I said before, not Rudy. DeAndre is supposed to be on this list of draft picks who were supposed to get the big money this year.
Right.
He wanted a max contract. Phoenix did not offer him a max contract. I think they offered him something under the max.
Is he restricted or unrestricted coming up?
I think he's unrestricted. He's on his rookie contract.
Okay.
So
Make it match.
he's at that point where either A, they got to get rid of him and get something for him, or they just let him go. And so what's happening now is, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, he'll be available this summer.
Let me see.
I think he'll be in a sign and trade deal this summer.
I can see a sign and trade. I was going to say, I can see a sign and trade just because you want something for him.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
my thing about
16 right now.
is what?
He's getting 16 right now.
Okay. So my thing about that is, I hate to be this guy, but
Don't be that guy.
Be the guy.
I'll be that guy. I didn't say I didn't want to be that guy. I said I hate to be that guy. But when it comes to DeAndre, he is putting himself in a situation where they have to get rid of him.
They
And
don't
so-
have to.
No,
they can match.
No, I'm saying that he's not going to have the same energy that he's going to have if he
Sure.
had a max. So it's one of those things where like we got to get rid of this guy. Word on the street is him and what's it called? They got into it anyway. Him and Monte got into it
Oh,
anyway.
the coach.
Yeah, game 7 they got into it. But it's one of those things where like I see him going somewhere else and I see him regretting that.
Yeah.
But on Phoenix end, who they gonna replace him with?
Well, I mean, if you think
But
about
as much as we talk about DeAndre not being that guy in the paint, he's solid.
I agree.
He's just not a max contract guy.
I feel like if he wants max money, he's got to look at himself and be willing to bet on himself.
I'll give you that.
So it's either you can shut up, you can take this whatever they give you, and then if you take whatever they give you, then you got to go out and you got to ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Then when your contract comes back up, you got to prove like, all right, you see these numbers from the last 3 seasons.
That's true.
Now I need supermax money because I done did what I needed to do to get supermax money.
Yeah, that's true. You can make a team give you that super max money. That's what Charlotte did. No, Charlotte did. That's what Miles did. Bridges Miles.
Tell them your names so they know who they listening to.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
This your boy, Young Fresh, aka the Pie Guy,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
building with 94 feet.
He just came in and kind of bullied us, but no, it's all good. We appreciate your perspective. So think about it like this. Could Phoenix hear me out, could Phoenix take Bobby Portis and offer him a 2-year,
they'll regret it.
$40 million deal? Can Bobby be
Honestly,
great in Phoenix?
Honestly,
Can he switch? Can he play where
could.
Ayton plays?
He could thrive in Phoenix. But
What if the Bucks do a sign and trade deal where they sign Brooke and they sign Bobby and send both of them to Phoenix for Ayton?
No,
That'd be terrible.
no,
terrible.
no.
That even look funny on 2K.
No, and Ayton is let's be clear, he is I do not dislike Ayton. I will take him on the team, but for a max contract, Chris Paul has a max. Chris
Paul don't have a max.
near max. He had that 5th year. Booker has a super max, don't he? Or getting ready to sign a super max, 4-year, $53 million. Ayton, you are not a max player right now. Not in that situation. So you offer him something, but here's the thing. If Atlanta comes in and say, we're going to give you 3 years, $90 million, Phoenix can match that. That's $30 million a year. Phoenix can match that.
Yeah, that's what.
Will they?
I
Is the
think
question.
they have a team option.
They do.
Yeah,
He's
they have a team
restricted.
option. Okay, they have a team option.
He's restricted. No,
But-
he's fully restricted.
Okay.
So they can match him within 5 days of an offer.
So going back to the question we asked before, what are you looking at if you're Phoenix? What are you looking at for DeAndre?
Let them test the waters because the ball's in their court.
The ball's in their
court.
But it can be out of their court. That's how we ended up with the Australian dude for $40 million.
Porzingis?
No.
What, you mean us, the Bucks?
Yes. What's his name? He played with Cleveland and LeBron and them.
Deladova.
Deladova.
Oh,
yeah, we signed him for $40 million. That's how we got signed him for $40 million because we thought, hey, they'll match, and they was like, no, we not. And then we ended up paying him $40 million just to jerk us around.
But he was we had him for 4 years though.
What?
4 years, $10 million a year is not bad for Deladova at the time. He was coming off a championship.
Is he still in the league?
I feel like people get paid off that too.
Yeah.
Like if you got a ring, like DeAndre Ayton was in the finals.
He was.
And
Then you almost went back this year.
lost by
He'll
90.
get paid based off that.
So Phoenix, I think he stays with Phoenix, but I think Phoenix matches.
So what do you think he'll get?
I think DeAndre will, because he's at 16 now.
And
I think he'll get a $25 to $28 million deal somewhere a year.
I'll offer him 20.
I'm thinking around 32 to 35 is what he probably looking for though.
He wants a max. So his max
looking at
eligibility, he wants that $50 million a year deal. He wants a max contract.
Oh no,
He wants a 4-year.
You better tell him crack is a hell of a drug.
he don't play that well to get that
That's
kind
all
of
I'm
money.
saying, bro.
That's all he's saying.
All I'm saying.
I
But
think
he
that's all
gonna
he's
get it though. Somebody gonna get it.
I don't think he'll get it.
I think he's gonna get it.
I think he'll get 20. You said 16?
He makes 16 now. I think
24.
will get between 24 and 28. And that's still good, man. You live in Phoenix. Enjoy it, man. You ain't got no state taxes. It's always hot. You ain't got no grass.
See, the thing
but
about
enjoy
that is,
it.
the thing about that is, when the last time you seen a DeAndre Ayton commercial? He ain't getting no sponsorship like that.
No.
Nike ain't like beating down his door.
You don't even wear Nike. I think you wear Puma.
Oh God, it's even worse.
But
next topic. Speaking of free agents or possible free agents, the Los Angeles Lakers have recently become one of the front runners for Zach Levine and his free agents discussion. What do you think about Zach going to LA? I think it'd be worst mistake of his career.
Oh, terrible.
Horrible.
I think it'd be a worst career.
I think it'd be a career killer for him.
I think it would be too.
So?
Yeah. Playing alongside Westbrook.
Not even playing alongside
LeBron.
Playing inside LeBron. I think because he's not a spot up shooter. He's get to the basket, I get a rhythm going, then I can knock it down. I don't think he is, and to be honest with you, I think he's not as good as we portray him to be.
Zach Levine?
Yes.
I'm gonna say Zach Levine makes it. If there was a team, if we had a team, we should do this on one of our last episode. Our NBA overrated team. Our NBA overrated team. If there was an NBA overrated team, he'd have a spot on there.
You think Zach Levine overrated?
I think he's a little overrated for what they try to do. They try to make him seem like he's a top star, and I don't get that from Zach. I get really good role player.
You know what's funny about Zach? What I get from Zach is if I'm on a really bad team, I can be the guy.
Oh, because the stats are empty.
Yeah, because you could just let it fly.
It's empty
but
calories.
If you put me on a really good team like LA, which are, I don't say they're a good team in August. So when you put me on a good team in August, which is LA, then it's like I get lost.
Watch your mouth.
I feel like LA can.
Oh, we won't get to your boy in a minute.
They can be good, but they won't get out of their own way.
Oh, they definitely that's
like
they're gonna suck for the next couple of years until LeBron leaves.
Westbrook needs to swallow his pride and come off the bench. I feel like Westbrook and LeBron in the starting lineup together, it doesn't mesh well.
For $47 million, Westbrook is starting. But whether he should be or not, for $47 million.
If I was LA, I would convince Westbrook to come off the bench, and then you build the bench similar to what he had at Oklahoma.
All you gotta do is have LeBron tap him on the shoulder and say, "Look, bro, this is where we come."
I'm gonna tell you one person.
Let Russ run free with the second unit. He can play how he played in Oklahoma.
Well, this came out at the end of the season when what's the coach name?
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel was like, "Hey guys,
shout out to Darvin Ham, hometown boy."
I'm gonna get on that in a minute. when it came out at the end of the season, like the Lakers was like, Westbrook was like, the coach was like, "Hey Westbrook, we got a lot of guys who can bring the ball up," which is a fact. Hey, we got a lot of guys who can bring the ball up. So just whoever has the ball, just better bring it up. Westbrook literally came out of his mouth, "No, F that. I got the ball. I'm the point guard. I'll be bringing the ball up." That tells me you are unwilling. That tells me two things. One, you are unwilling to work with others. Number two, you don't play nice with others. Number two, you don't respect the coach. Now, going into
all that from that?
Yeah, Darvin Ham, his next coach. Darvin Ham, respect the brother. I like the brother. He cool. He ain't did nothing.
Bro, LeBron don't respect the coach.
LeBron respect the coach, but he do it in a nice way. He do it be like, "Oh, okay," and then keep doing what he's doing. But it's LeBron James, so you ain't gonna say nothing. With Westbrook, you in there, you got a quadruple double every night. So I gotta look at you like, hey, Russ, you want to change it up a little bit? And my thing about y'all putting Ham in a position where he has 2 years. I don't care. He signed a 4-year contract. He got 2 years to turn his Lakers around to a championship team, and it's not gonna happen because they don't have anything to offer except for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And I don't even think that's going to be good enough.
And an aging LeBron.
An aging LeBron and a piece of paper.
No matter what you say about LeBron getting old, at 38, he's still out here giving young boys work.
Oh, LeBron is a star. We don't disagree with
one of the greatest.
He's one of the greatest. But Father Time is undefeated, and it showed this year with the Lakers season. And now, granted, when he played, the Lakers were better, obviously. But
they lost some games.
They did. But the Lakers as a team, you started with the coach. Now, what about that god awful roster? You have no assets, right? No one's gonna take Russell Westbrook's. Keith, you still here? No one's going to take Russell Westbrook's $47 million. So shout out to anybody who thinks they're trading for that, because it ain't going to be Michael Jordan. Like people saying, well, Charlotte, do y'all know Michael Jordan? He ain't paying nobody no $47 million.
I mean, I think we know Michael Jordan. I think that's why I thought he was going to Charlotte.
Not for $47 million.
Mike can't draft, so I mean, I doubt he know what fuck talent look like.
Hey, let me tell you something about that. You might be right,
bro. He took Kwame Brown, Adam Moore. Michael Jordan don't know talent. The greatest basketball of all time don't know talent.
He know talent.
He don't.
He know talent when it's his team.
He knows talent when he's playing alongside of him.
Yeah,
he doesn't know talent as a GM.
He played with Kwame Brown.
Anyway, no,
Kwame Brown coming out of high school. Kwame Brown coming out of high school with that dude.
Man, the rule of this podcast,
here we go.
While we're paying rent from 46, is those Jordan years at 40 we do not acknowledge. Those Wizard years never happened.
Why we can't acknowledge that?
Because he's a fan.
Never happened.
No,
Just
bro.
let it go.
No, bro. That happened.
Let it go.
I saw it. Matter of fact, I might have had a pair of mics from the Wizard years.
Well, first of all,
happened.
Hey, that's when them what's that, 14s?
Man,
it was the 16.
The 16s?
With the briefcase.
The 19s. Those were the 19s.
It don't matter.
I had those. Those were fun.
That happened.
Those were dope.
They gotta bring those back. Anyways,
Case,
is he here?
Case, what do you think? Zach Levine to the Lakers? Like it, love it, hate it?
I hate it.
I think we all hate that. I think we all.
Why do you hate it?
I believe he's overrated. He's good, but he's not good enough like everybody's making him seem to be. And I know he's going to be looking for a big payday, which the Lakers are going to blow a lot of money on somebody who's going to be mediocre.
And he can't even shoot that great.
That's what I'm saying.
The Lakers need shooters.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's good on a good team. I think he gets drowned. He drowns out. He becomes irrelevant. I think he should go back to Chicago.
He needs the ball to be successful.
That too.
Yeah, and you're not getting
the only way he's gonna get the ball is if he's on the scrubby team.
Right. I was gonna say you're not getting the ball on a Westbrook or LeBron team because LeBron is a point forward. LeBron likes the ball in his hand. That's no shade. That's just his game.
Yeah, and then Zach Levine's not a spot up guy. But speaking of LA, what do you think about this Devin Ham coaching decision?
Darvin Ham?
KG laughed about it on Twitter.
Did he?
He had a good laugh.
Kevin Garnett?
Yeah, Kevin Garnett.
He's disrespectful though.
He's like, how y'all pick somebody who ain't done nothing and expect y'all to be successful, which is valid.
Well, he was an assistant coach on a championship team. He was the interim head coach when Bud went out, and the Bucks had a nice win-loss record.
I'll tell you how much assistant coaches matter on an NBA team. This could be a staff right here.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with that because
we can have Bud be like, Bud, you the dude. Bud's the dude, and then we would be his assistant coach. And guess what? The Bucks would still be successful.
Bud is from the pop tree.
That's true.
Steve Kerr is from the pop tree.
Oh, well, first of all, Steve Kerr walked into a great job situation.
But he's from the pop tree.
But he walked into a great
Mike
job
Brown
situation.
is from the pop tree.
Mike Brown can't win unless it's LeBron James. Okay?
Damn,
Lawrence
Frank is from the pop tree.
The who?
Mike who?
What's your smoke with Mike Brown?
I don't have no smoke with Mike Brown, but we all be giving Mike Brown these props like he done did something. Without LeBron, he ain't did nothing.
Well, where was Mike Brown? Where's Mike Brown coached?
He's assistant coach right now with Golden State.
So he coached Cleveland when LeBron wasn't there.
And they went to the finals 4 straight years.
When LeBron wasn't there. When LeBron wasn't there. He's coached.
That's a high school team.
Yeah. When he coached I think he coached LA at one point in time.
He coached LA and Kobe got him. No, he did coach LA. Was that Byron Scott?
No, that was Byron Scott. He got fired.
Yeah.
Mike Brown is one of these coaches who has taken the efforts of LeBron James and ran with him. Now, I have nothing against Mike Brown.
If you hire me, I can't really get mad at the staff that's already here.
You can't.
So LeBron leave and I'm still the coach. I can't really get mad at that.
You can't get mad at that. But he's not a good coach. I'm sorry. It's just Lou. I didn't think Lou was a good coach until this year.
Tyronn Lue?
Tyronn Lue.
Quinn Snyder, Utah's coach.
He didn't want the job because they played his boy.
No, I'm just saying, but he's from that pop coaching tree.
Why does Mark Jackson not have a job?
Mark Jackson upset the wrong people. They said leaving out, he got really mouthy with the Warriors staff. And the NBA is a good old boys club. Y'all can look that up on your own and understand the significance of that.
I believe it.
And it's a good old boys club, and he messed up the wrong people. It took Steph Curry and Draymond on their podcast to address how he's been blackballed for him to start getting interviews again. You're just now hearing Mark Jackson's name. He interviewed for Sacramento. He interviewed for the Lakers, and I think
did he get the Sacramento job?
He did not.
Okay.
Sac went with Mike D'Antoni, didn't they?
No, they still have a coach then.
I thought Sac went with Mike. Maybe not, but
he's still available.
He's still available, and he's interviewing. So, but apparently he said the wrong things to the wrong people. And the good old boys club, you got to do as you're told, not as you.
But for me, Mike Brown, he's a cool guy. I'm sure he's a great guy.
He's just not a good coach.
He's just not a good coach.
You are entitled to your opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just want it to be like, but going back to Darvin Ham, I just think this is a bad situation for him because you don't have no control. If he had more control, then I'd be like, okay, cool, this is a good situation. Like if he goes to Sacramento, he would have more control. Like, hey, I want to get this guy. I want to try to make it to the playoff. With the Lakers, it's a lot.
Oh, they
of pressure.
hired Mike Brown.
Who?
They hired Mike Brown.
Sacramento did. Because he's the assistant coach right now with Golden State.
You're gonna just see how bad he is.
Yeah,
you're gonna see how bad he is.
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
So
even though he's from Pop's coaching tree, he is terrible.
I think Mike Brown got some clay to work with in Sacramento.
It's a better situation because he has stuff to work with.
And anybody going to coach LA, the Lakers, that's a bad situation.
It's a very ugly situation.
You gotta play for your boss, LeBron.
Y'all got no draft capital.
None for years.
Because you mortgage your entire future on Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is the most fragile
we say
NBA player ever.
We say that often here.
Now, when he's healthy and on the court, that's a 30-15 guy.
But who's seen that lately?
Nobody.
It's been years.
That's what, like the last time I was here, I tell you, I feel like LeBron James falls in love with what guys did. Then he was like, well, I think you'll work good over here. Then when you get over here, you're not the same guy that you once were.
And to LeBron's defense, I think he had the right mindset because LeBron really should have took a back seat to Anthony Davis. He was looking to do that.
I was saying he was looking to do that. He was looking to do that in Cleveland. He was looking to do that to LA, but it just didn't work out.
Do you think he could take a back seat to Zach Levine?
No.
Why not?
Because Zach's not a team leader.
Well, no,
Anthony Davis led a team. They sucked, but he was a team leader.
Did he really lead this thing?
He led New Orleans
to the toilet.
They came up close.
Not the toilet. He led them to the playoffs a couple times.
They came up close, but that was back then. Casey, what do you think, man? Can Darvin Ham coach the Lakers out of this dump?
No.
I'm with him.
Darvin who?
With him.
Hey man, he played for the ball.
Let me stop.
No,
Darvin Ham is gonna do some. He's gonna do some good. He's gonna do some good things over there in LA. He just needs the right roster to make that team successful. And what they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to bite that bug and like Vam said, and put Westbrook in that second lineup off the bench. That's the only way they're gonna be successful.
Never gonna happen.
And go into luxury tax again.
But
they got to release them then.
Did you see what they? Speaking of tweets,
what?
You see what Ken Bazemore did? What? So remember, Ken Bazemore turned down more money.
Bazemore.
Yeah.
A
2-year deal from Golden State
to be with LA,
to sign with LA for a better chance to win a championship.
And he was like, "Congratulations, but I'm sick."
He said, "Congratulations to my boys, but I'm sick."
He should have.
Yeah, he should have.
But moving forward,
who?
I'll be sick too. I'll be at home weeping.
No Bazemore.
But moving on is a question for the table.
Mm-hmm.
If Steph Curry wins a ring and an Finals MVP this year, is he top 10 of all time?
Steph is already in my top 10 of all time. So Steph is the greatest shooter
of all time.
Steph Curry's the greatest shooter in the history of the game.
He's not.
That alone puts him in the top 10.
He's not.
He is.
How is Steph Curry
top 12?
He's not.
How is he not? How's he not the greatest shooter of all time?
He's not.
Bro, Steph Curry took what is a bad shot
You're right.
And it is now a relative shot, a part of the game.
You're right. You got all these kids at these gyms just throwing it up from half because of Steph Curry. Not, hey man, run the ball. No, I got it, coach.
And it's not a bad shot because he shoots it at a very amazing clip. It's not like he 30% from 40 feet. He's shooting like 70%.
Let me take my hater mask off. You're right.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
How's he not the greatest shooter of all time?
I just really all. So my as far as Steph Curry, Steph Curry's not in my top 10. He's not in my top 10. He's probably in my top 15. He's probably in my top 15, but he's not in my top 10. He's not my top 10.
I agree with Zeke.
He's not my top 10.
Wow.
I think they need to start reconfiguring.
So he's in your top 10.
I want to say he's in my top 10, but my top 10 is a personal thing.
That's what I'm saying. In your personal top 10 is in your personal top 10.
In no order. I'm gonna try it. Count them off for me. Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
LeBron James.
All right.
Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis. Kobe Bryant. Steph Curry.
You really okay? I'm not even gonna say anything.
Top 10. I'm giving you my top 10.
This is your top 10. Because
Magic Johnson.
It's a personal thing.
Magic Johnson. I said 9. So I need a 10.
What about Kareem?
I didn't see Kareem play, so I can't put him in my top 10. I'm only putting players that I've seen play. And I'm gonna give you
Isaiah Thomas.
not in my top 10.
Larry Bird.
Not in my top 10.
You put Magic Johnson in your top 10, but you can't be Larry Bird.
I seen Magic play. Magic lost to Michael in the 90s for Michael to win his first title.
Isaiah Thomas?
91.
Patrick Ewing.
No.
Charles Barkley.
I'm actually, and he really gets on my nerves, but I'm gonna give it to KG. I'm gonna give it to KG.
You didn't put KD in your top 10, by the way.
I did not.
Wow.
I did not.
It's his personal.
That's personal.
Well, here's the thing with KD. For me, KD would easily be a top 5 player if he didn't join Golden State to win his titles.
Oh,
he would easily be a top for me.
So,
but you joined
on the street,
the best team to win him.
So this is word on the street. Speaking of that, if Steph Curry wins it this year, this would prove your theory. Golden State did not need Kevin Durant to win championships.
And been saying it.
And this was, if we remember going back when KD and what's it called, got into it. When KD and
Draymond
got into it, he said, "We don't need you to win,"
and they won't because we're about to.
We're really about to find out. Is that true?
He almost said it in that interview after they won that last game too.
He did.
Draymond did.
I almost wanted to punch him in his face.
What did he say?
TV screen because he was talking crazy, feeling himself. He was feeling himself.
He was feeling himself.
I felt
he picked Boston, which was bogus. He shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, because then I saw all these clips like Boston had won. Then I was like, oh no, we got another game. And then Miami went out there and dogged.
He said, we're gonna play Boston.
I'm like, wow.
He got his Pat Beverly on. He should have fouled out. He got his Pat Bev on, man.
I think Curry needed to do that.
Hey, but y'all don't put D Wade in y'all top 10?
No.
D Wade's top 15 for me.
Why not?
But give me D Wade's not better than Michael Jordan. Is he?
I think when it comes to D Wade,
he's not better than Kobe Bryant.
He might be better than Kevin Garnett though.
We're talking guards now. I'm talking about guards.
But no, but your top 10.
In fact,
overall,
to me, I feel you. To me, D Wade doesn't get a bump ahead of Ray Allen. Said what I said.
Ooh.
I'll take Ray Allen over D Wade.
What? Prime D. You take Ray Allen over Prime D Wade.
And Ray Allen prime, him and D Wade might have been the same player.
Ray Allen was a baller. Now I'm gonna use your words against you. Ray Allen is a bucket.
You know what's funny about D Wade? D Wade gets lost in the shuffle.
Ray Allen is a bucket.
D Wade gets lost in the shuffle.
D Wade was a bucket.
Hold up, Casey. If it's not for Ray Allen, your LeBron's legacy would even be more trash. Okay? If it's not for Ray Allen hitting that corner 3, so you should appreciate what Ray Allen.
So then Ray Allen should be in the book as one of the greatest shooters of all time because he started 3-point sniping.
He was before Steph.
Before
Curry.
Steph, so he should be in your top 10 before. He should be in your top 10 before Steph. Then.
No,
Well, I don't agree with that.
well,
but
I'll say this because Fresh put up a good point as far as like him changing Steph. Come on, Steph has evolved the game to a different aspect. Like he is crossing half and pulling up, turning around, so on
Dude
and so
took
forth.
the hater mask off for a guest, but man, when
And
I'm
then
here, man,
I tighten it up. So my thing about that is like and
He has to be your villain.
but like, hey, like
I see.
I will stick to what I said. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard.
he,
He's a shooting guard.
Steph
I will
Curry?
stick with that. Yes.
You watch a lot of TikTok, don't you?
No, I ain't got nothing to do with TikTok. Ain't got nothing to do with TikTok.
I be watching some of these sports takes on TikTok, and boy, are they wild. Like
He's funny too.
The recent
no,
debate was Steph Curry
He
better
is
than
six,
Hakeem
he is
Olajuwon.
only a point guard because he's 6'1". If he was 6'4", he's shooting guard all day. But because he's 6'1", you gotta put him in a shooting guard. Anyways,
I mean,
but
technically, you don't have to. I mean, Al Iverson was 6 feet and he was a 2 guard.
what was Muggsy Bogues at 5?
a point guard.
And Muggsy Bogues definitely played 2 guard. Because BJ Armstrong was on that same team and he ran the 1.
Yeah, he ran the 1.
So Muggsy had to run the 2 if BJ's running the 1.
They went on the same team.
They were on the same team.
At one point in Charlotte,
At one point in time in
Oh,
Charlotte, they were
one
on the
point-
same team.
Was
After
he,
BJ,
he was running the 2. He wasn't running the 2.
BJ was the point guard.
It was the 2 and BJ was the 1.
I gotta go back.
Yeah,
and
he
look.
was.
I gotta
And
go back
Muggsy
and
was
look.
5'7".
I gotta go back and look. But to
There's
me,
clips of him guarding Jordan, who was clearly 6'8" and
And
the 2
Jordan
guard.
looking down on him.
well,
Right.
that was a switch.
Wow.
What?
Oh, he will
No,
not.
so
be
I'm
wrong.
so as far as but y'all putting Steph Curry in y'all top 10.
Steph is in my top 10. Steph
Regardless.
is
Is
probably
he in your
in
top
my
10?
top. Yeah.
I probably had to sit and think about the top 10.
Keithy is in your top 10. Steph
Top 15.
top 15. Okay,
And that's not terrible
that's
because no,
okay,
hold on.
okay. Hold on a second, real
Let's
quick.
bring it- hold
Keithy, real quick. If he wins Finals MVP, because that's the question. If he wins Finals MVP and a championship this year, does he shift into your top 10? To me, I'm gonna leave him right where he's at.
I can't give him credit because every finals he don't really show up. It be the rest of the team that shows up for him.
Facts.
I
That's
don't.
facts.
Why y'all gonna-
Look it up.
Why would you say that, Keithy? Because
Did you forget Andre Iguodala got the finals MVP the year before KD
He
did?
got it, but he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Steph should have.
Why?
Let's be honest.
He guarded LeBron.
Without-
Come on.
Without
Come
Iggy,
on.
they don't win that championship.
Because he had big plays.
No, he
He
got
got
it.
Without
he
Iggy,
got
they don't win that championship.
He got it because he was holding LeBron and he held him
And
to
he
a
shut him
minimum.
down.
And not shut him down.
He
You
held-
can't
he
shut him
held-
down.
shut
He
him
held
down.
Brown to a minimum.
To a minimum.
That's why.
So
But
you
if you
can
look
technically
at
call it
Steph
a shutdown.
Curry's
Now that's
stats,
still
it should
25.
have been Steph.
That's still 25, 8 and 8, but he still hold them down to
It
a
should have
minimum.
been Steph.
It should have been 40,
It
10,
should have been
15.
Steph.
Exactly. So,
Come on.
but no, my thing about that is when it comes to Steph. Here's the thing to me about Steph. When it let's talk about the Dallas series. Steph wasn't showing out every single game.
Didn't need to.
I feel like
He
even
wasn't showing out every single
Don't be
game.
bad.
So,
Don't be bad. He did.
going back to Kesey's point,
Y'all
he's
rolled
not-
me. Remember? You rolled me when I said Poole, Clay, and Steph.
and Poole wasn't showing up.
I said
He gonna be on the bench for a good reason.
I said their roles in these playoffs were sort of interchangeable because if
That's
one's not hot, the other one picked it up.
That's my point. So when you talk about Finals MVP and him being relevant on his team, I think that Steph is one of those guys who can kind of get their own basket, whether it be inside or outside. So
It's like watching a circus out there.
if
man.
because they're running around like they got their chicken with a head cut off.
Bro, they be-
But
they
anyways,
like
the
grabbing
point is,
hands
I
and
think
I saw
for me, I
I-
can't move him.
I
can't
saw a
move him.
clip, and I don't know what kind of play this is, and
It's
it
not.
was damn near illegal.
I know what you're talking about. It ain't.
They dosey-doed on the baseline, and Curry got open and hit a three,
It turned around.
and one of them was open. I'm
Yeah.
like, how did nobody see this?
It was great.
And then on top of that,
It was great.
he not did it one time in the game. He did it twice.
And you couldn't guard it.
Steph
It's
Curry.
not illegal. It's not a foul. It's nothing. But the point is, he pulled it off. Can't nobody call nothing. Steph Curry burns my biscuit.
If
I'll
I
give
was
you
the
one
ref,
better.
I looked at it like,
I'm gonna get one better.
What is
He burned my
this?
biscuit.
How do we call this?
Hold up, Keith. Fresh, let me double burn your biscuit. Let's not also forget in the Dallas game, he shot a 3 and turned around and looked at the Dallas bench before it went in, and then ran away when it made the basket. So, Casey, let me ask you this.
Greatest showboat of this generation.
Let me ask you both, all three of you, this. Because you're saying that Steph is not in your top 10, which I can respect. Top 15 in the NBA ever is great. Is he in your top 5 guards ever?
No.
Give me 5.
No.
Give me 5 better than Steph Curry right now that you're taking.
Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson.
I'll take D-Wade before I take Steph Curry. I'll take T-Mac before I take Steph Curry.
Ooh.
You and Kesey are friends.
I'll take T-Mac over Steph
You
Curry.
think T-Mac is
Like,
just...
I would.
Like, that 3-point shot is cool and it's pretty.
Okay.
But T-Mac gonna back you down.
He gonna
T-Mac
guard
got
you?
a nice mid-range game.
T-Mac really should have been a small forward, but continue.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying, like,
He was LeBron before he was LeBron.
Yep, just like Magic. Magic really should have been a small or power forward.
T-Mac is T-Mac is what Pink
Oh,
Hardaway.
man. You looking for any reason to get Steph in the top 5?
Oh, I got Steph. Go ahead. Who are your 5, Keith?
I'm going to go with MJ. I like Kobe. I like D-Wade. I would even pick Ray Allen.
Over Steph.
And yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
And who?
One more.
I kind of want to say Chauncey, because Chauncey was big shot before anybody.
Either that or Baron. I know you're gonna say that or Baron.
I'm not taking
Chauncey was big shot before anybody.
He was big shot, but he wasn't consistent big shot. He was just big shot because it was in the situation that was a big shot in the situation that the Detroit Pistons were in.
I'm gonna take.
Go back and look at the Chauncey tapes.
All right, I will.
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna take Michael.
I'll check it out.
I'm gonna take Michael Jordan. I'm gonna take Kobe. I'll take. We're talking guards.
Baron Davis.
Never.
James Harden.
Never. Over Steph? To do what?
I'm just saying.
Never.
He said to do
Never.
what?
We don't like his game, but
James Harden might be washed.
I'm gonna take.
I mean,
I'm gonna
you
I'm
big
gonna
on
take
Chris
Steph.
Middleton. Throw Chris Middleton in your top 5.
What?
Jesus Christ, Kesey's going crazy.
Hey, turn him off.
Hey, Chris Middleton, if Chris Middleton is in anybody's top 10 of anything, it's crazy.
that you are a real buck. I'm like, you know what, sir?
Guys, it's wrong. It's wrong.
That's definitely wrong.
That's wrong. So for me, it's even hard to pick 5 right now. Like when you do top 5, you really got to research and be ready and prepared. But Steph would probably be in my top 5 guards.
That's number 5
of like all
He'll
time.
probably be number 5 of all time. He'll probably be number 5 again. Jordan, Kobe, Magic. I do like D-Wade, but not over Steph Curry. I like Ray Allen, but not over Steph Curry. So Steph would probably be in my top 5 guards.
I can see how. Yeah, you have to do some research because I feel like the guard position over the time in the NBA
It's grown.
It's evolved. Like it went from where like the guard position was standard.
Yeah.
Between like 5'11", 6 feet. Then we drafted Magic Johnson and he's 6'9" and he running the point.
Yeah, I get it.
So like the evolution of a guard has changed, and then it went from the traditional guard he just passed.
The crazy part is though.
Score.
Go ahead, Keith.
The crazy part is though nobody put AI in their top 5, and AI changed the game for everybody.
Well,
before anybody did.
I'm not a big AI guy, man. AI was good, but
you're not a big AI fan. You're not a big AI fan now, but before Steph Curry, everybody was an AI fan. Come on, man.
Be real. You know who were the AI fans?
Who was that?
The hood niggas. I'm just gonna call it like it is. He was cool. He didn't give up. He was getting buckets when the way he was getting buckets is how you would get buckets on the playground.
Can I say this about AI, and you and QC can comment, and I know there was a gap because I went away to college, but I don't remember AI having great seasons. I just remember him having. Hold up,
what?
Hear me out. Hold up, hear me out.
Hear me
I
out.
just said, hear me out. Relax. I said I don't remember AI having great seasons. I do remember great highlights, but I don't remember great seasons.
That's respectable.
And I took some NBA time off when I could play.
So you don't.
Hold on, hear me out. I just remember the NBA helping him beat the Bucks to get to the finals, to lose and get swept by Kobe. But I don't remember great seasons. I remember great highlights. I don't remember people saying
that might have been his best season.
Hold on.
Did he win MVP? Did AI ever win MVP?
Do you not remember the Tyrone Lue step over? That was a great season.
That's all in that one season.
Highlight.
That's in one season.
But that's all in that one season.
That's why I said, like, that's why I'm like,
and I'm not saying he's a bad player.
I know what you're saying. That's why I stand by my comment. Like, AI was a favorite for the hood niggas because he was. I didn't care. I'm playing
dress code.
Yeah, and I'm playing ball how you would play ball at the parks. So I'm finna cross you up with the look like I carried, but I really didn't. So they didn't know what to do with it.
He carried.
That's because he crossed the mic. So when you talk about AI and his career, I'm not mad at you for saying that because truthfully, I knew who AI was. I liked AI, but he wasn't like my favorite player. That's why he's not my top 5 or top 10. But I respect his game looking back on it because in that time, AI was the guy he literally, before LeBron did, took a bunch of scrubs to the NBA Finals.
Oh, I remember that.
So
but they cheated.
They cheated. Besides you being a Bucks fan, it was just him by himself. He literally took.
He had Eric Snow, which will foul you so hard that you would not be able to score.
And so, like, and I have none against AI, but this is here or there. But I'm glad you with his Kesey because I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. Even though they lost, Luka Doncic was giving Golden State buckets. Luka Doncic is 20.
What are you calling him? Luka Doncic.
I said
Donovan. You call him
Donovan.
I love it, bro.
I like how you changed his name. I like it.
You can't. Yeah, he did.
Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic has some scrubs.
I'm looking at AI's team. AI has some scrubs.
And he had Tyrone Hill and he got
Tyrone Hill. He had the Kemba Mutombo at his goal.
Eric Snow was trash.
Remember Theo Ratliff?
Tyrone who?
He had Eric Snow.
Exactly.
Theo who?
He had Roger Bell. AI. He had Kukoc. He had some scrubs. But like I said, Allen Iverson had a good NBA career. Not gonna deny that. He averaged in his career 26 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. I just don't remember a lot of his games. And that's probably because he was in those Michael Jordan years still, 97, 98, 99. And then he was lost in those Kobe years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that could be it.
It's not.
I remember seeing him more with Denver than I did when he was with Philly.
I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to say he had one great season and then after that you really don't remember. But moving on, is Luka and his stats are very close to LeBron James stats.
He almost passed up MJ, or didn't he pass up MJ with some stats during the playoffs?
Who?
Luka. I think he was like the first.
He was like third in average and the first to get to like a certain amount of career NBA playoff points.
You know what I think is beautiful about the NBA?
Well,
when you lose, the NBA dress that shit up real nice.
Yeah, we have to.
Giannis lost.
They say
you want to know what they want to talk about? Oh, he was the first to have 1,000 points in 200. No, my man's took an L. He lost. You know who else? Luka lost.
Thank you.
He took an L. He lost. You made it further.
And he cried on the way there.
You made it further than what we thought you was gonna do. You took an L, and they just want to dress it up nice.
Go ahead, Keith.
Is Luka the next LeBron James?
Listen.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Keith.
HE double hockey stick no.
Window jump. Jesus, who jumped out that window?
So Luka's not better than LeBron James?
Listen.
Not better. I'm not better. I'm
nowhere near.
He's coming on the same route as LeBron James. Now, hold on. This is Luka's.
No, because he don't play no defense.
Hold on a second.
He don't play no D.
Well, he does cry a lot, so you got him there.
This is Luka's 4th year, and when you go, this is his 4th year, including the playoffs.
Okay.
Luka 27, LeBron 26.8, Luka 8.6 rebounds, LeBron 6.8 assists, Luka 8, LeBron James 6.5 field goal percentage 45.9. LeBron James is 46.1. 3-point percentage 34. LeBron James is 32.
Okay, so I have a question.
So is LeBron?
No, I just
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. First, let me explain something first. Hold on. First off, he can get them stats because he ain't playing no D. LeBron was a lockdown defender his first 10 years in the league.
First of all,
and was the best offensive player on the court at the same time.
No, he was not, Kesey. No, he was not.
Hey, let him finish.
His first 4 years,
Let him
LeBron
finish,
James was dunk city. He was more athletic. He was faster than everybody.
He's via satellite, so we don't know when we're done talking. Go ahead,
true.
Keith. Go ahead.
All right, you know, my fault. I was finna go in.
Go ahead, Keith. Finish.
He ready to go in. You hear him? You hear that fool?
Well, because he can't get me on nothing today, so he's taking all that energy out on you.
Listen,
he's taking it out on you. Go ahead.
Listen, I haven't seen Luka play a lick of D. If he plays some D, I would see you will see a big decline in his numbers. LeBron James put them numbers up, and he was sometimes guarding the best player on the opposite end. So you can't compare him because he ain't made it there yet.
And that's what I say about that. Go ahead.
And it's LeBron James, man. Come on, man. Don't be no hater.
So these stats that you were comparing, Mr. Zeke.
Yes.
Because Luka's only been in the league like 4 years now, right?
4 years.
So is these compared to LeBron James' first years and first 4 years?
Yep.
All right. So when you look at LeBron James' first 4 years in the league, who was my man's playing with?
Nobody.
Now, when you look at Luka's first 4 years in the league, who is my man's playing with?
Nobody.
Booker, Trae Young.
No.
On his team.
On his team.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay.
So when you play with nobody and you the best somebody, guess who get all the points?
The best player.
Guess who get all the shots?
The best player.
Guess who get all of everything?
The best player.
Because no one else can shoot the ball.
I'm not seeing your point.
LeBron James played with a band of bums.
And Luka is playing with a band of bums.
Right. So, of course, your stats are going to look good when you playing with a band of bums. These are empty calories, bro.
You got to stop. When you said I don't see your point, you got to stop.
What I'm saying is,
you got to stop.
I get what you're saying.
So he can't be. How you gonna be greater than somebody? It's the same situation.
We don't hold. No,
I don't see your point.
We don't hold that against LeBron.
I'm holding it against Luka.
Why? He didn't put together this team. He was like, hey.
But I'm just saying, everybody like y'all want to put him in the light with LeBron. But
y'all.
It's the same situation.
Brad, let me say like this.
I'm asking a question.
Casey and I
listen.
8 is a strong
until Luka gets 8 straight finals appearance, he is nowhere near could be compared to LeBron.
I'm saying in his first 4 years,
Luka is bad for the game of basketball.
Stop it.
Whoa, wait up. Why?
Luka is. I'm about to tell you why. And Casey will co-sign.
Yes,
Luka is a scorer. Absolutely. Luka is a soon-to-be MVP candidate. Absolutely. But Luka makes LeBron crybabying look non-existent.
So that's your personal opinion.
Luka slows down the game.
Luka cries so much he don't play no D.
He plays no defense. He slows down the game. He runs slow up the court. He only comes back Luka-ish on offense.
So you think Luka is bad for basketball?
He's not bad for basketball.
Oh, because I was going to say, because the man that they compare him to might equally be just as bad.
Dirk?
No,
LeBron.
That's just talk. He's not bad for basketball.
LeBron get coaches fired.
But I'm saying like this. I'm saying like this. You can't compare Luka. No, he's not the next LeBron. No, he's not the next Steph. Luka is the second coming of Dirk for Dallas. That's what he is. The second coming of Dirk.
He's an unathletic Larry Bird.
Yeah.
The second coming of Dirk.
I mean, didn't Dirk do everything for Dallas?
All I know is this.
Didn't Dirk do everything for Dallas?
He did.
So wait. You said that like you were shocked, but you compare him to LeBron James.
First of all, I asked the question.
No, Dirk had Jason Kidd.
First of all, second of all, what I'm saying is, as far as much as y'all talk about he don't hold defense, I get it, blah blah. He's a defensive liability. Whatever. He's European. So fine, get all that. But what I'm saying is, you talk about Luka and you compare these numbers to LeBron's first 4 years, and you compare it to Luka's first 4 years. LeBron James then start getting championships or start going to those 8 finals appearances till later on in his career. So that's why I asked the question, because Luka's putting up buckets. And if they would have had another star, it might have been a different series in Phoenix. I mean, in Golden State. Now, I'm not saying we get it in for drawing, blah, 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 blah. But it's starting to be yours too.
That's because y'all trying to use it against me.
I just wanted to add the question. I knew Keith was going to turn it down flat on his face without even thinking about it, but I just want to put the question to the table.
No, he is not the next LeBron.
All right,
he's
cool.
not.
But top 25, he's number 1, right?
Who?
Luka.
Under 25?
Top 25, under 25.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Okay. Well, LeBron was too. I just want to put that out there. All right, that's cool.
Why?
Anyways.
But why?
Why?
Yeah, that's a conversation we got off.
We're going over time. So,
but anyways,
this
has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'd like to thank the Dead Fresh Podcast for stepping in here.
For hijacking us.
Hey, you know what?
I love
I would just say this.
Well, don't y'all start a show next?
Yeah.
Man, we're going to sit here and start that show. Start that show. No. Start that Death Fresh show.
Are you sure you want to be around?
I'm going to start speaking in tongues. I'm going to bring the gospel to the Death Fresh.
So, also want to thank Keith for coming in late.
Via satellite.
What
up, bro?
Thanks, Keith. Appreciate that. After I said he wasn't going to be here.
I did what I can, and considering I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I just want to say, after I said you wasn't going to be
I'm in the middle of nowhere. I did what I could, man.
No, yeah, appreciate that.
We appreciate you, bro.
For interrupting the show and making it about you. Anyways, so I just want to thank you. Appreciate you coming through. You can find us on all social media platforms, anywhere you can stock your ex. And you can also find us everywhere except for TikTok, because we're adults. And then you can also stream us on all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir. 94 Feet Nation.
Peace. What?